right? And this is my.
You could use any headset.
Well, I don't need it now, right?
No.
All right. Going live on YouTube. Tell me when I'm live.
You are live.
I'm not centered on the YouTube itself.
Well, I don't need it now, right?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Going live on YouTube. I got feedback up.
I turned it off.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, but if you look at the YouTube, I'm cut off, by the way. Not Zoom, but YouTube.
Like the framing?
Yeah.
It should fix in just a second.
Okay.
I see on my end it's fine.
Do you want to come here check this out? Just come here real quick
Yeah, sure.
before we go live.
We are live.
Well, we're live, but whatever. See?
You gotta zoom up.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a technical issue. Right on. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Everything is delayed.
That's usually the case.
All right. Guys, we're going live on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, go to BlackIceRealityCheck and click on the live section, and you will see a live broadcast of a weekly show that I do, Black Ice Reality Check. We are live here in Las Vegas, coming to you live from the Sticky Paw Studio in Las Vegas. F1 week. We got a great show for you. We have someone entering the live chat, and we're going to talk about relationships and dating as usual. I'm going to admit this person right now. I just admitted someone. There we go. Someone entering live chat, and I cannot hear the person.
You can't?
No. I wonder if their mic's off. Can they hear me in Zoom?
Yeah, hold on.
It says my mic's muted.
That's fine. That should be not an issue.
I cannot hear the person.
Hello?
I wonder if their mic's off. Oh, hold on. I'm going to turn this off right here.
Zoom?
Let me go off live on this.
It says my mic's
Hold on one
muted.
second here. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear
Yep,
the
hold
person.
on one second. I'm going to shut off
Hello?
this other...
Mic's off.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to turn this off right here.
Zoom?
Let me go off live on this. Hold on one second.
It says my
Hold
mic's
on one
muted.
second here. Where are we picking that audio up at?
Okay,
Is that
can
off
you hear
that?
me?
Is that off those
I
right
can hear
there?
you. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear
Yep,
the
hold
person.
on one second. I'm going to shut off
Hello?
this other... hold on.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to turn this off right here.
Yeah, it's coming off. It's coming off
Live on
those.
this.
Hold on one second.
It says my
Hold
mic's
on one
muted.
second here. Where are we picking that audio up at?
Okay,
Is that
can
off
you hear
that?
me?
Is that off? Can you turn that
Can
off?
you hear me?
Hold on one second.
I'm going to shut off this other. Hold on.
Did it stop?
Yeah, I think it's done. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. We had audio issues. Can you hear me
Are we
okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How's that? Are you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Good deal.
Awesome.
Can you turn that the Hold on 1 second here. All right. So give me 1 second here. We got started kind of late here on the show. So if you're on Instagram, go to Black Ice Reality Check Live. We are live right now. We have a guest. And you're from where? Where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Okay. The Midwest? Is that fair to say?
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
I'm born and raised from California, but I'm a Californian refugee. So
California refugee. Okay. I like it. I like it. Okay. Good deal. So you had commented on one of my posts. I don't even remember what post it was. But you had said said something about you had commented. I said, "Hey, you got some good comments, some good opinions. Let's go live and talk about it."
I appreciate that. Yeah, and this was about comparing lesbians to heterosexual women. And you had made a post about, comparing lesbian women divorces to straight women divorces, and I just completely disagreed with it.
Okay, so what
Um,
what did you disagree with?
Comparing lesbian women to heterosexual women. So it's kind of like me comparing you to men that take it from other men. I'm not going to do that, right? Like,
I'm
that just
lost.
doesn't make any sense.
They're women, right? Biological women.
They are, but if you look at the neuroscience, you're going to see that lesbian women actually think more like men, and gay men think more like women do. So to me, it just doesn't make sense. And if you look at the reasons for divorce, um, like the main reasons for divorce: infidelity, domestic violence,
Which is
financial stress.
which is higher among lesbian women, domestic
Yes, it
violence.
is.
But
Yes, it is.
but
So
but but,
to
but
me,
go-
it's an unfair comparison.
okay, well biologically they're women, regardless of how they think. It doesn't matter. They're still biological women, right? You can think or act a certain way. You still got to be responsible for who you are, right? So as a person, as a woman, biologically, there's women that are heterosexual women that think and act like men. They're very
Mm-hmm.
they're very masculine. So regardless if they're gay, straight, or other, they're still women.
Mm-hmm.
So when I compared the results, I was comparing them from a biological perspective, not how they act, because there's straight women that act very masculine.
Right.
There's lesbian women that you can say act like men, but there's also lipstick lesbian, and I don't know if that's
Yep.
offensive, but that act very feminine. So my point
Yep.
was, in general, there was a higher divorce rate among, and I was comparing the two because people had
Yep.
brought up relationships, dating, marriages, and divorces and whatnot. So I hear what you're saying, but from like you said, from science, they're biological. So we don't know how they act. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
I do, and there's some things that I agree with you on, and there's some things that I disagree with you on, right? So let's start for starters. When it comes to women in marriage, there's far more pressure for women getting married than there is for men. So I think with lesbians in general, they're going to be a little bit quicker to get married than gay men are.
Oh,
So
what?
when we looked at like how quickly lesbian women were to get married in comparison to gay men, lesbian women are a lot faster to get married than gay men. And that's just what I've looked up. That's what I've researched. That's also consistent with what I've seen. So I think when you're jumping into things, of course that's going to happen. And I don't think it's fair to compare straight women to lesbians, especially because if you look at the factors of what makes a lesbian get married versus a straight woman, they're all going to be different. Just because something equals the same number of 75%, that doesn't mean it got to the same, it had the same equation.
Okay.
There's different factors that go into this.
So you're telling me men are not pressured to get married?
Not as much as women are. No. And especially if you look at right now, women are gaslighted to get married before the age of 30. And if you're not married by 30, I can see in the comments, oh, she's in her 30s, she's not married, who cares? You're so gaslighted on this.
I will go so far to say I disagree because women right now are delaying marriage by choice. They're delaying marriage,
Okay.
and they're choosing their careers over marriage. They're choosing their careers over relationship. Men are pressured when a woman wants to get married. They put pressure on the man, regardless of who gets married or when they get married. Put that aside. It doesn't matter if you're pressured to get married or not. You still have a choice. You made that decision as an adult. So whether your divorce rate's high or not has nothing to do with, it has to do with the person. Like if you meet a person, you should know within the first 90 days of a relationship whether you want to spend the rest of your life with that person or not. If you can't pull the trigger, that's your choice. But if you rush off I'm pressured to get married, that's an emotional decision that was made by an individual, which is who? Who made that decision?
So can you explain to me how men are pressured to getting married? Like who's pressuring them?
100%. The women are. They're pressuring if you want to be in a relationship with me, I need to be married. Men are feeling pressured to do so. The biggest gift a woman can give a man, hold on, the biggest gift a woman can give a man is a child. A lot of people want to get married first before they have children. Okay.
Mhm.
And so what happens is if you're in a relationship, when women are saying, hey, I want to get married, I want to get married, men are trying to hold back from getting married because they know that women are rewarded for divorce. Men lose in divorces. So what happens is guys now are like, well, wait a minute, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Women are putting pressure on them. I want the ring. I want the wedding. I want to get married. And so
That makes sense.
so we're seeing that at a high rate. Now, I'm not saying here's my point, whether who wants to get married at what time or when. At the end of the day, these are the numbers, and you can't say, well, oh, it's because they're pressured or they made a decision. And there's women that may get, sure, there's lesbian women that get married sooner than later. But you're saying that's the reason for a high divorce rate because they got married too soon?
Yeah, actually, I am saying that because if you look at divorcees and the reasons why they get divorced, a lot of divorcees say that they got married way too soon.
That's their fallback. That's their scapegoat. That's their scapegoat. They got.
Okay, what are you basing that on?
I'm telling you why. Okay, have you been married?
No, have you?
Yes, twice.
Okay, so you've been married twice, and there's hundreds of thousands of marriages, and you're going to base all
wait.
based
So
on your two experiences.
here's my point. You've never been married. How old are you?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter because you can't.
I'm 72. Who cares?
I'm telling you why I care because you can't make a judgment. You've never been married. You don't know what it's like to be married. I do. You've never been in that seat. You have not had the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if you have a relationship or children. But the point is that this is a person that's telling me.
This is coming from a person who has 2 failed marriages. Right?
Yeah, Steve Harvey has 5, and y'all listen to his ass.
I don't.
Okay, well, he's a billionaire now because he's writing books on it. My point is,
who cares how much money he makes?
Okay. First of all, you're not going to swear on this podcast. It's my platform.
Okay.
Are we clear?
Sure. I mean, I won't swear, but I can't promise that if it's going to happen or not.
But here's my point. You're sitting there telling me what qualifies for a marriage or not, yet you've never been married.
And yet you've had 2 failed marriages.
How do you know they failed? Because I left?
Because you ended in divorce.
So here's my point. You're not engaged. You're not married. And you're in your what, mid-30s?
No.
Okay. So this is my point.
See, this is my point, is that you're going to use my age to gaslight me, which is why I'm not going to disclose my age.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're probably 40.
Yes, you are. You're like, oh, you're
ma'am,
in your 30s?
Here's the
this
challenge.
Is why you don't know what you're talking about.
This is a perfect example of somebody that cannot get married because of the mindset. It's your mindset. Your mindset. Because you're aggressive and masculine.
No, I'm aggressive and masculine because you're ignorant.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is what we're going to do. Okay. You're going to sit here and you're going to insult me on my show, and you're going to go and do all that. And then you're going to come at me and do insult, guilt, shame, and attack me as a feminist does. So she's gone. We're not doing that. Guys, this is a perfect example of an individual that can't be in a relationship. She can't get the guy she wants. She can't attract the man she wants. And this is why she's going to stay single and die alone with her cats. This is a perfect example. I gave her the opportunity. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And now we're back to square one. Are we streaming live? We're still live. Okay, so we're back. We had the cat lady. Okay, so I'm back on the show. We're going to talk about certain things in a relationship with individuals that claim to want to be married and aren't married, and then they blame other people for their failures. So this is a typical modern woman blaming men for her not being accountable for her actions, okay? I had to cut her off because why? Insult, shame, blame, and guilt, and they need to be right. This is a telltale sign of a feminist. There's red flags all over. She's probably 40. She didn't want to tell her age. She wanted to come in and insult me and tell me I didn't know what I was talking about when statistically the numbers tell the truth. And then she's going to swear at me and insult me on my show. Okay, this is the woman that will blame men constantly for their problems. Okay, very unprofessional. So, no accountability. So, I want to talk about a situation here. 2 things I heard today, this week from people. One is in a relationship what guys are looking for. It's funny. people that are dressed up when we go out, okay, this is a common statement I hear. Men are asking why their girlfriends dress up when they go out, but at home they're not dressed up. And I tell women, don't be a freak in the streets and a hobo at home. Always look professional. Okay? When you go out and you want to look beautiful, professional, or however you dress, sexy or whatever, how come you can't dress that way at home for your husband or your boyfriend? And vice versa, man. I try to take care of myself every day. Just because it's the weekend and you're not going into the office doesn't mean you can't dress appropriately. And so I see this a lot. And here's an amateur telltale sign. When women come to Vegas, you'll see them in the casinos and you'll see them with their shoes off. They're not professionals. They probably hardly ever dress up and go out. You both have to, as adults in a relationship, you both have to entertain each other. And you both have to show attraction towards one another. You both have to dress up and interest the other party. Just because you're in that relationship does not mean that you need to give up on your looks and gain weight and not take care of yourself and not dress up. So if you're good enough to go out with your girlfriends and be a freak in the streets, then don't be a hobo at home. And that's a good point that I bring up. I see it all the time. And men, I see this too on the weekends, right? You'll go dress up, go into the office, and on the weekends you won't shave, you won't do your hair, you won't shower till the afternoon. I have to make it a habit to be on point every day, regardless of what time I get up, regardless of what weekend it is. Sure, once in a blue moon. But I see so many women with their boyfriends. Here's the perfect example. If you go to a woman's Instagram and you see how she looks on her Instagram, and then you see her in person, that means that that's an individual that does not take care of themselves with their partner in person. I see so many ladies do this. And in fact, we've went out with certain individuals, or we'll meet up with people, and I'll look at my girlfriend and go, why does she look better on her Instagram, filtered or not filtered? Her hair is down. She's got lipstick on. She has makeup on. She has a dress on. And then she goes out with friends and she's dressed like a hobo. That's the type of individual that when you get in a relationship with, they will do the same thing. Now, my girl, on the other hand, is just the opposite. She's always making sure she looks on point, even when she goes to the gym. Image is very important. You're representing the family. You're representing the household. I tell my son this, don't look homeless when you go out. He wants to go out with his shoelaces untied, his hat's dirty, didn't shave. I said, don't do that. You represent the house. You represent your partner. So I cannot go out. Like there's times where she dressed up. We had an appointment today and it was for her, not me. And so she dressed up and I was like, oh, I didn't dress up. I felt bad. I had sweats on from the gym, tennis shoes. I groomed and, cleaned up, but I had a t-shirt on. She was in a dress. And so I have to make it a point to make sure that I match my partner stride for stride when you go out. You have to align yourself. You don't want to go out, and there's different looks for different people. When I go out, I got the Robert Graham shirt on, the jeans, and the nice shoes. That's my look. I don't wear suits. Why? Because I wore suits for years. 10 years in corporate America when suits were in. I had 6 or 7 suits, and I had to have dress shoes. I had to have dry clean. I wore suits and ties, and after 10 years, I said, I'm done. So when my partner goes out and we go out, I got to make sure I present myself appropriately. Now, if we're going out to a sports bar or the gaming room to watch a football event and we got sweats on and hats, that's fine. But my girl brings it 9 times out of 10. You will not see her out looking like a hobo. She always looks like a freak in the streets, but she's a housewife at home. Okay? So you need to understand that I see a lot of this from guys and gals, and they always come to me and say, how do I tell my partner to dress better or look better when we're together? Because they always look better when they're with other people. So I got some quotes here. Funny how women never mention body counts and age and claim neither matter. Yes, body counts and age matter. So back to this lady. Why is the age important? Because you have to understand something. She came at me and she said I had 2 failed marriages. Okay. First of all, I've been married. Okay. So this is something you have to understand. I made high 6 figures, 7 figures a year income for 10 years or more. Okay. I've been in corporate America for 28 years. I've been married twice. I have children. I've owned homes. I've had luxury cars. I've been around the world. I've fought in combat. I've done it all. So when you come to me and say, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. No, I've been in the driver's seat, lady. If you've never been in the driver's seat, you have no business commenting on what I'm talking about. You failed. You haven't even stepped up to the plate and swing because you can't get a pitcher. Nobody wants to play baseball with you. Because the game you're playing, nobody wants to be involved with. I can tell by your attitude. Who wants to be married to that? Nobody. Okay? If you're on Instagram, go to YouTube. Black Ice Reality Check Live. We're coming to you live from Vegas at Sticky Paws Podcast Studio. Shout out to John Orlando and Travis at Sticky Paws Podcast Studio for letting me and allowing me to use the studio. And the great engineers here. I had to plug them once. Okay, so we're going to talk about leaving the matrix. I have left the matrix. I am a king among men. I'm not a king of men, that's God, but I'm a king among men. Why do I say that? I'm at a level so far in life, in relationships, where I am at a point where most men strive to be, and most women want to be with. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. Let me explain to you. I made the money. I have the muscle. I have the game. I have so much game better than PlayStation. I have the frame. My frame is locked down like a double max security prison. You can't break me. I cannot be broken. I am a king among men. I have power. I have presence. I have psychology. I have people awareness. I am passionate. All those things combined have allowed me to leave the matrix. I'm not in you're in the red pill space. No, I left. I went out. I'm outside the matrix. Let me explain to you. When I met my girlfriend, I have now broken her pair bonding. She has been broken. She has now been alpha pair bonded. Guys talk about this all the time. Aren't you worried about your girl leaving? No, I'm not. I have love for my girl, but I'm not afraid to let her go. If she has a Dora Explorer moment, wants to pack her backpack, and walk out the door, she can be replaced. Do I want to replace her? No. I have love for her. I care about her. But I am at the point now where I've left the matrix. And I'm a king among men. And it's because I've created a foundation built by a supermax. It can't be broken. I cannot be broken. And once you have all those arrows in the quiver as a man and become a king of men, among men, not a king of men. Make sure you understand that. I'm a king among men, not a king of men. That's only God's a king of men. Now, the power's there. The presence is there. My psychology's there. My people awareness is there. My game is on point. My frame is locked down. My muscles are there. My money's there. I cannot be broken. I am established. That's why women gravitate towards me and my girlfriend. Men come to me for the truth. Women come to me for resolve and answers. I have no problem playing that game. But if you want to step in the lion's den and go to battle, your lunch will be eaten. I didn't intend on this being a debate today. I thought it was going to be a civil conversation instead of her hurling insults shaming me, guilting me, and the need to be right. All 4 areas and signs of a true feminist. It's unmarriageable material, can't find a guy, has cats probably, and blames men for her problems. If a woman, good point, Mark, thank you. If a woman knows you can replace her, she'll respect you and let you lead. Here's my point. Right now, the alpha pair bonding has been broken. My girl is ruined for other men for the rest of her life. She could always find another alpha, but she will always be that one love that was me, and she will always think about. That's the power of a masculine dominant presence. Now, y'all can watch this and say, this guy's full of crap. I've proven it to you. I put videos out. You guys, I can't tell you, this guy can't get a girlfriend. There's my woman. Still didn't believe me. Yeah, she just with him because blah, blah, blah. There's the other women with us. Oh, that's disgusting. You can't be happy either way. I proved you wrong. Well, he paid him. I didn't pay anybody. People want to hang out with us. Why? Because of my masculine dominant presence, and I'm a king among men. I'm telling you, guys, if you get this foundation done, and you can't be a king among men unless you're in your 40s or older, because you need 10 years, you need a decade of proven performance. Remember, those 4 areas, guys, it's very important you understand what I'm saying here. If you're listening to this and you're not on YouTube live, you're missing this, okay? I don't even know how many people are on the chat. I'm not even in the section. Okay, there's 10 people watching. Okay, 4 areas. Ready? 4 areas to be a king among men and leave the matrix, purple pill, pink pill, red pill, whatever you want to call it. Ready? Number 1, you must have a proven source of income and have made in the last 10 years, at least 5, but 10, arguably, 250K or more a year. Number 2, physically fit and in shape. I'm not in the best shape. I've been in better shape. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 7. I need to get to a 10. Why? Because I love perfection. Number 3, game. How is your game? How is your game? How's your dialogue? Can you rap with the best of them? That comes with confidence. My game is so on point, PlayStation can't keep up. Grand Theft Auto 4 can't keep up. My frame is like a Supermax prison. I cannot be broken. Put those aside. Now, how's your power? Do you have power? Do people feel that? Do they feel your power? Do they feel your, number 2, do they feel your presence? When you walk in a room, do they feel your presence? How's your psychology? Are you studying? Are you reading Jordan Peterson books? Are you reading Dr. David Buss books? Are you reading relationship books, people books, social skill books? How to Win Friends and Influence People. 21 Irrefutable Laws of a Leader by John Maxwell, one of my mentors. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Van Peele, I believe. Norman Vincent Peale, sorry. How's your psychology? How is your people awareness? Are you aware of your surroundings and what's going on? When you step into a room, do you set the motherfucking stage? That's how you become a king among men. And you lead by example. Not talk the talk, but walk the walk. Here's my girlfriend, 4.5 years. Oh, that's not good enough? Here's our other girlfriend. Here's our other girlfriend. Here's another girlfriend. Friends of ours that want to hang out with us. Here's my Mercedes. Here's my fleet. Here's my brand new home. Here's my businesses for the last 28 years. Yes, I've been married. So when people say, I don't know what I'm talking about, I can laugh in their face and say, child, when you get to my level, then we can have a conversation. Until then, you're dismissed. All my information is backed by real life experience. On top of that, I've added the data. Oh, science. I just told you what a biological woman was. Well, they're gay women. It doesn't freaking matter. They're still women. All the data presented, all my wisdom, all my life experiences, and you still doubt me. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not even mad about it. I just laugh. I think people get so frustrated because they're mad at themselves. They implode and outward express their anger towards me. I don't care. I had somebody today say, yeah, you're right, but that was kind of harsh. I don't care if it's harsh. See, here's the problem with life. Here's the problem with today's society. The problem with today's society is we're too soft. People have been so soft. You know, when I grew up, we were drinking Old English 800 and Mad Dog 2020. Now they're drinking seltzer. Now I don't drink. I'm just telling you when I was younger. Okay. Now we get participation trophies. Back then, you didn't get a trophy. You didn't win. You didn't get a trophy. You got dirty and your knees got burned, your elbows, you played football. There was nothing. You didn't win. You didn't get a trophy. Society's too soft. And this is why I'm direct with women. Are you ready? Somebody said, don't cuss. Well, I'll cuss, but I'm not cussing at the person. There's a difference. Rugged scholar, make sure you don't get it twisted. I don't go at somebody and swear at them, okay? Don't get it twisted. Here's what we're dealing with. The reason I'm direct with women is because they need to hear it. I can't tell you how many times I have a conversation with my girlfriend. I use her as an example. My girlfriend's a great person, but she still goes into jumper cable mode. I called her jumper. I changed her name on my phone today to Jumper Cables. Why? Because she's always starting shit. Sometimes she starts shit. I'm like, don't go there. And look, we don't have a perfect relationship. Newsflash, I don't have a perfect relationship. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect, we're a 7.5. There's no perfect. There's moments where she goes in jumper cable mode and she wants to start. I'm like, slow your roll, girlfriend. Remember, it's the EQ. Women's emotions change once every week. Their hormones change once every week. So we have to learn how to roll with the punches. Choose your words wisely. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of losing her. I'm not afraid of her as a person, physically or mentally. And I'm not backing down to what I believe in. That's my frame. I'm respectable, but I can say no and not worry about how upset she gets. That's on her. She's done the Door Explorer. You've seen the videos. I'm not making fun of her. I'm just telling you the way it is. People think, oh, this guy's got look, I don't have the perfect relationship. Nobody does. You have to manage your relationship. You have to understand how to interact with someone without living in fear. She does not live in fear. She's not afraid of me. I don't want her afraid of me, but at the same time, I'm not afraid of telling her no. She did the Door Explorer, packed her bags, like the little 4-year-old, I'm going to move, I'm leaving, and walks down the street and comes back. Why? Because she knows that she can be replaced. Do I want to replace her? Absolutely not. I'm not leaving. Don't get it twisted. Hear me out. I'm not being mean. Give me a second. I have put her in a situation where I broke her pair bonding. I alpha broke her pair bonding. Now she's ruined for other men. I'm that first love. Are you with me? I know that. She knows that. She knows that I know that. She can go out and get a guy that's better looking that makes more money than me. But it's never going to be the same. And once you set the tone and you have that base set, and you know, and she knows you're not afraid to lose her. Because see, when I say this, you're not afraid to lose your woman. There's a polar shift. Why do I say that? And women are like, I can't believe you're saying that. Because guys don't leave. 9 times out of, dude, you've seen the stats. 25% of the time, the dudes don't leave. We don't. We don't leave. Men don't leave. Women leave. Or they're asked to be left. They're asked to leave, or they leave on their own accord because they can't manage their emotional intelligence. And if there's too much chaos, if there's too much damage, if there's too much drama, if there's lack of trust, it takes a lot for a dude to say, get out, or they leave. The women will leave when you're not a king among men. Guys, hear me out. Women will leave you if you're not a king among men. If you don't have those 4 areas covered and your right revolver and the other 6 or 7 on the left. Because they know you're the best that you've ever had. You know what? I talked to a lady the other day and she's like, this guy, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, I know, but he's, this and that. I said, let me ask you a question. Are you the best looking girl he's ever been with? She's like, oh yeah, hands down. I said, why do you say that? She said, because I've seen his exes and I'm way better looking. Now, she probably was. I agree with her. She's an attractive girl. I saw her. I was like, okay, she's an 8. Okay. And she's describing this guy. I'm like, okay, he's older, kind of my age, but he sounds kind of simpy. I said, are you the best looking that that he's ever had? Oh yeah. She's keeping him at bay. She could leave at any moment. He's a convenient relationship. He's not a king among men. He's afraid to lose her. Men, you cannot be afraid. I'm saying this again, and women are going to be so mad. Oh, why are you saying this? Because women leave. Because they always think they can do better. No, it's because it's toxic. He's toxic. What did you do to make him toxic? See, I just proved it by the stats that the lady didn't like that women can't even get along with other women. 75% divorce rate among lesbian women. That's because they act like men. So do heterosexual women that are masculine. They act like men. Y'all forget who you're dealing with. This is what I do. I was ready to have a civil conversation. Instead, I got attacked. You see where I'm going with this? I got attacked by the cat lady. Claws came out. Here we are in 2023. It's November. Guys, by January, you have one goal. You need to read a book that teaches you how to be a better man. You need to create your own dynasty. You're a peasant. Now you need to become a warrior. You need to step on the battlefield in the first ranks. By March, you need to be a commander on the battlefield. By June, you need to be a general. By the end of August next year, men, if you're listening to this podcast, you better be a king among men. Now, you can be that in your mindset, but it still takes years of development, training, and skill set, okay? And the income has to be there. But I'm telling you, Don't be afraid to let her go if she's not being a proper, respectable woman. Now I'm going to jump to another point here. Kind of leads into what I was saying before. If you're on Instagram, I'm on YouTube Live. Go to Black Ice Reality Check. Check it out. You're married, paratrooper, Gulf War veteran. Right on, man. I'm a vet too. You don't have a twisted. Oh, he's messing with me. Never mind. Guy's messing with me. Hey, thanks for serving, brother. Now, number 2. This came. Okay, you ready? Hey, appreciate you serving, brother. Stay strong, man. Right on, bro. God bless America. I love it, man. I love it. We're getting live. We're live on Instagram. Guys, if you're on Instagram, go to YouTube Live. Hit the like buttons. Let's go. You ready? Second area I want to cover. This came to me. My girlfriend. You ready for this? I heard a podcast. The woman was basically talking about me. You red pill guys. I left the red pill. I'm outside the matrix now. I'm on my own planet. You talk about traditional women and your girlfriend's not traditional. I see her out and about. That's right. I want a freak in the streets and a freak in the sheets. I don't care if my girlfriend looks sexy when we're out. I'm not afraid. See, when you're at the king level, let me explain something to you. My girlfriend does not want to go out without me. She doesn't want me out without her because of my level, my game, my presence. Watch this. Guys, you see it on Fresh and Fit, on whatever, Access Vegas. We all talk about it. Women are like, oh, you won't let your girlfriends go out on a girls' night out, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, no, it's not right. It isn't. But guess what? When you get to be a king among men, your girl doesn't even want to go out without you. I don't have to say anything. I never said anything to her. That's what a woman's supposed to do. She knows what's right and wrong because she's with a dominant male presence, an alpha male that's a king among men. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's calling himself alpha. Damn straight. But she chooses not to do that. And then I have people say, oh, look at her Instagram. It's not traditional. No, it's not traditional. But again, I left the matrix, guys. I'm not down there hanging out with those people anymore. It's my world. I run the show. I want her to look hot and sexy. Why am I not on her Instagram? Because I choose not to be, because it will affect her content. She's an athlete. She's a fitness girl. She's attractive. We go out, she looks sexy, but she's a freak in the streets with her man and a domesticated housewife at home. I have a unicorn. I have a unicorn. It's hard to get that, and only guys that are king among men can get that. Masculine male dominance and presence. It's all about the skill set. So guys, if you got that, if you have a pen, write it down. Money, muscle, game, and frame. Define those. On the other sheet, write down power, presence, people awareness, psychology, passion. You have to master the art of being a king. And when you're a king, nothing else matters. Everything falls into place. It's like melting butter. I don't have to say anything. They know. They already know. They already know. I've never told my girl what's not appropriate to do in terms of her behavior. I may tell her to tone it down a little bit, or, she might go into a business meeting and then she's like, can I wear this? That's a little too revealing. We go out, look as sexy as you can be. I don't care if dudes look at my girl. She ain't going nowhere. She's not going, it doesn't bother me. Most men are like, oh, don't wear that when you go out. That's because they're not kings. They're just average dudes. They don't have the power and the presence. You have to find that. You have to learn it, know it, speak it, be it. Find a way. But if you're not doing the things needed, no matter what I tell you or what you ask me to do or how I can help you, it's never going to work because you're not equipping yourself mentally and physically to do the things needed to be a king among men. I've got millions of people that watch videos and they ask me the same questions and I tell them the same answer. How's your money situation? Well, it's not that good, but how do I get it? Okay, let's focus on your money. Do you go to the gym? No. You got to start going to the gym. Do you buy supplements? No. Dude, I have a supplement company. The site's going up in a week, people. Most of you don't even work out. Why aren't you working out? You're on Instagram. Are you going to the gym 4 days a week? If you're on Instagram, are you going to the gym 4 days a week? If you're on YouTube, are you going to the gym four days a week? Why not? I don't have the time. You don't have the time, but you do 12-ounce curls at the bar on Fridays and Saturdays. Why aren't you buying supplements? Are you trying to sell supplements? Absolutely. That's what I do. Support the channel. We have a pre-sale going on. I'm not doing an advertisement, but if you're working out, you need a pre-workout. You need a post-workout recovery. You need a guys, I'm going to tell you something. I took my test booster. I couldn't leave my girlfriend alone. It drove me crazy. Don't take the test booster around a woman. Some of your T levels are low. The fat burner we have a fat burner. You're not taking that. Get in shape, man. Stop drinking alcohol. Stop doing drugs. If you got to look, I know there's guys like myself, military guys, we have PTSD, we have ADHD or whatever. You might have to smoke before you go to bed, whatever, okay? But don't be high all day. Don't go drinking alcohol. Alcohol doesn't do shit for you. It's bad for your skin. It's bad for your health. And stop doing recreational drugs to hide from your emotions. Focus on a business. Focus on your muscle. And then work on your game. Go out and practice. Go get a bunch of nose guys. Go out and just go start talking to women. Just go up to them. Don't be afraid. Hey, who cares? You'd be surprised at how many women will respond to you. And then your frame. I told a girl the other day, I said, no, sweetheart. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. I told her straight up. No. That's not how this works. And she fell into my frame. It's my way, not your way. Remember, guys, you're asking them out on dates. You're the man. There's no equality if there's no equality if they want a man to pay the bill. If they want a man to ask them out, if they want a man to lead. You can't have equality and masculinity if the guy's asking you out and you don't want a masculine man and equality, then pay half the bill, ladies. Don't be double standard. I have 10 minutes. I'm open for questions. I have a Zoom line open. I just realized it was down, but I do have a Zoom link in the description box of YouTube if you want to jump in. Okay, I had it in the last one. Turn this off. But I'm open for questions on Super Chat. If you have any questions that you want to ask, go for it. Any on Instagram? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Thank you, Rugged Scholar. That's a great book. I recommend that. I've read that book. That's a great book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Guys, get a book, man. You know what? I'm so bad at reading. I read and I do the audiobook too. I speed up the speed on it. So I drive in the car and I read the book and I highlight and then I do the audiobook. I canceled my Sirius radio. They sent me a bill and they said, hey, my girl, she has it on hers, but I didn't know which car it was, which Mercedes. So I said, oh, it says your subscription's ending. I was like, which Mercedes, right? I didn't know, but it was mine. I have no radio now. Because when I drive alone, I listen to audiobooks. I'm at war. This is a full-fledged, blown-out war with society right now. And to maintain my throne, I am at war with feminists, the wokies, the lefties, the loonies, the beta males, the virtue signaling males. People trying to take me out. You can't take me out. And we'll battle. I'm open to dialogue and conversation. So, Ice, would you rule out a woman with multiple tattoos and piercings? Keep as just recreational? No. Good question. Look, this again, I'm in the matrix, guys. I am in the matrix. So I'm at a different level. If a girl has tattoos and piercings, I wouldn't rule her out. Heck no. There's some good women out there. See, the traditional rule book of the red pill is XYZ. I'm not in that book. I'm above that. I'm out. I would not rule out a woman with tattoos. I would not rule out a woman with body piercings. Now, there's a limit that I can deal with or handle. Okay? But just because a woman has tattoos and no. And here's the other thing I want to talk about. Because we got 5 minutes left. Are you with me, guys? Watch this. If I saw my girl's Instagram now, I wouldn't date her. She has the Instagram now because of the king. She's asked me every photo and video she puts up, is it okay if I post this? I approve it. When I saw her Instagram, it was basic B level. I would not date a girl that has an Instagram like hers now. She's with me. It evolved into that. I approve it. I'm okay with it. I don't care if dudes check her out. That doesn't bother me. But if I was going to date a girl and she had an Instagram like my girls, I wouldn't date her for purpose. Because, you ready? Hear me out. She's already been pair bonded, broken by an alpha and alpha widowed. You do not want a girl that's been alpha widowed. If a girl's been alpha widowed, that was her first love. No, my first love was in high school. No, it wasn't. That was puppy love. Once a woman's been alpha widowed, she's ruined. Done. Comprende, compete, can punch, understand? She's done. So what you have to do is break her pair bonding, become the alpha and the king. She'll be loyal to you forever, even if she's not with you. Thanks, Mandy. I wish I had Andrew Tate's money. Tell your daughter right on. I like her. Somebody said I'm Andrew Tate 2.0. I mean, that dude's a wordsmith. He's a genius. And again, he was not, he didn't do those crimes that were accused, by the way. But anyways, are you with me? So when I talked to a girl, I said, have you ever been with a king, an alpha king? They're like, what? Have you ever been with a king alpha? Has your pair bonding ever been broken? And I could tell if a woman's been alpha widowed. There's signs. That's why I tell you guys, C markets, date a girl in a C market, small towns. You have your shot. And you're not controlling. You got to understand, we know that if a woman's been with more than 6 men, the percentage of her pair bonding with another male is at 6%. I'm sorry, 25%, something like that. Don't quote me on the percentage. I think it's 25% chance that she can pair bond with another male if she's been with 6 or more males. So who's going to alpha and break her pair bonding? Is it going to be you or is it going to be me? Women, your best day in life is to meet the man of your dreams. Give him the children that he wants and you want. To be married, on paper or not paper. Have a great relationship or live together. Whatever you choose to do. But I hope you find that right guy. Somebody asked, what are the signs of a woman being pair bonded? This is the signs. There's always that one dude she talks about. Okay, so there's 2 different scenarios here. There's a girl that always talks about that one guy, and you got to go check the stats. You got to go check his lifestyle. You see the guy's decent looking. He's probably 40 years old. He's got, some nice cars, nice house. He's traveled the world. That's the alpha that broke her pair bonding. She's always going to talk about him. Good, bad, or ugly. Clint Eastwood style. She's always going to say something good, bad, or ugly about him. And she's always going to bring his name up. That's the dude that did it. Now, that's scenario, the right scenario. Scenario number 2, which is the wrong scenario, is the puppy love, he broke my heart guy. That doesn't mean she was alpha widowed. She just got her heart broken. How many times have you had your heart broken? How many times, people on Instagram, you've had your heart broken? How many times? We've all had our heart broken. Mine's been broken. I've had some rough breakups, man. But once I'm okay with them leaving now because I am a king among men. And I know I can replace them. Before I couldn't. Here's an example. Could you guys imagine? I don't play video games, but could you guys imagine going to play a video game with a kid that plays video games all day long? What would happen? He would absolutely destroy you. Right? He would destroy you. Why? Because he has practice. He has a skill set. It'd be like you going from Atari to PlayStation and going from asteroids and whatever, Space Invaders, some of you don't even know what that is, and going and playing GTA 4 with your friends. You'd get smoked. Or Battlefield or whatever the game is, Fortnite. I guarantee you an 8-year-old would smoke me on Fortnite that plays it. I don't even know what to do. I don't play video games. I play the games in real life. And when you get to that point and you're a master of your own universe, now you're the game designer. I create. Hope that makes sense, guys. We'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Come with your questions. Come with your concerns. Come with your problems. Have open dialogue. We have a Zoom channel where you can zoom in at any given moment and have a conversation and dialogue. Look, you don't have to agree with me. We can talk about it. But if you come on this show and try to insult me, I'm cutting you off. I don't need to hear it. I just don't care. You're not going to come and swear at me. You're not going to attack me. You can disagree and we can debate about it. But if you're going to act out of line like the cat lady, you're fired. So with that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share this video, like this video, hit the bell for notifications so you get the next live that goes live, you're going to get a notification. We're trying to grow this channel. Okay? And don't be afraid to go in the super chat and ask the questions that you have. I'm not here to crush anybody. That's not my goal. My here is to have open dialogue. We can talk about anything. And we can have a great conversation. So with that, thank you for joining Black Ice Reality Check Live here in Vegas at the Sticky Paws Podcast Studio. F1 week in Vegas, it's a shit show, but we're here. So remember, this is the only podcast in Vegas where the truth will set you free. We're here every Wednesday, again, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, live, Zoom, Instagram, YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel. Make sure you log in to the live section and watch this. Ask the questions. Call all your friends, families, neighbors, cousins, aunts, sisters, mothers, whatever. We should have thousands of people watching this. I don't know why they're not. I don't. And I know one reason is because I'm shadow banned on YouTube, but it is what it is. So until then, we'll see you next week.